Welcome back to the Boxing Bookie. I'm joined again with Volcan for this week's mixed plus money parlays. Good week for boxing betting. I like this week. I think we have some good bets. I'm going to start with those, and then I'm going to bring Volcan in. He's going to walk you up and down the UFC bets and make you some money on the MMA. But I wanted to get started with this week in boxing. I'm going to pull up the odds now. Let's get started. Share my screen with you guys. Here's a bet I like a lot. Virgil Ortiz by KO, TKO, DQ. Botchek is a guy that likes to exchange. He's open. He's just not as good as Verge. He's similar stylistically to Verge. He just doesn't do anything quite as well as Verge. And it's paying minus 135. Now, for my lock, if you have my lock, I have Virgil on the money line. Virgil on the money line still pays pretty well. It's up to, it went from minus 290 to minus 300, which still isn't bad. But that was before they dropped these props, and I really like that. A $100 bet is making you $75, almost $75. It's, I think, really, really fascinating odds. If you want a safe lock, take Verge on the money line. It's not going to miss. Verge is absolutely going to win that fight. But we're going to get into a couple of the locks that I like. I really want a prop on this. I really like Charles Conwell by stoppage. I don't know if you guys can find this on another book, but right now DraftKings has nothing. But I'm going to keep my eye on this and see if DraftKings comes up with Charles Conwell by stoppage, because I would definitely add that to the lock. Gray is a guy that has no power. He's not going to be able to keep Conwell off him, and Conwell's eventually going to break him and stop him. So I would definitely look for Conwell by stoppage in that fight. If you guys are looking for upset money, I like Angelo Leo in a 50-50 fight. The odds are up to plus 350. They were at plus 340 when I did my video. They ticked up a little bit. I like that. And I like the over 10.5. I love that. I love both those bets. I like it to go over. And I like Angelo Leo buying upset again. I'm not sure that Leo's going to win. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I'm more than 50% picking Leo. I'm like 52% at plus 350. Yeah. It's nice little odds there. It's something you can make some money on. I've always said, like, if it's 50-50 fight and it's paying plus 300 or better, just bet it. And I did this last week with El Rayo, right? I said he was plus 310 or plus 320. Just bet it, because you only have to hit 1 out of 4 to make money. If you're wrong 3 times and right just once, you make money. And normally, if it's a 50-50 fight, you're going to be right 2 out of 4 times, meaning you're going to make good money. So if it's minus 300 or more and you deem it a 50-50 fight, it's worth taking the bet on, even if he doesn't win, right? Because it over time, you're going to make money on it. Yeah. Sure. Then the 2 locks that I like for the week: Virgil Ortiz on the money line, and Landolfo Delgado, which is ticking down. It's getting a little better. He was minus 720, and now he's down to minus 620, 650. So Virgil Ortiz at minus 300, I like him. And if you guys really want to put your balls on the table a little bit and really take a risk here, I like Virgil by stoppage. For this, I'm just going to give you Virgil Ortiz on the money line, minus 300. And Landolfo Delgado is a prospect that I like a lot. And Brian Flores is an undefeated guy himself, but he's just not at that level. He hasn't had the same level of competition. He hasn't been tested the same way. Landolfo Delgado is a high IQ, high pressure fighter with big power. He's fundamentally sound, but he still comes at you behind a high guard. He knows how to use his jab. He knows how to set things up. I really, really like Landolfo Delgado, and these odds are getting better. So the 2 locks that I would give you are Virgil Ortiz on the money line, Landolfo Delgado on the money line. If you want to take a little bit of risk, I would take Leo on the money line, and I would take the Alberto Lopez Angelo Leo fight to go over, and I would take Virgil Ortiz by stoppage. That's if you want to take a little risk. If you just want to play it safe and get our plus money parlay, I would leave it at just those 2 money line bets. That's Landolfo Delgado. And there's one other fight, Landolfo Delgado and Virgil Ortiz. There's one other fight I wanted to see if they had props on. Hang on. They still have no props on that. They're taking away money from us. There are more bets that they should be adding props. The Pandora fight, I definitely like the over on that, and they don't have any props on that. I'm going to turn it over to Volcan now. Volcan's going to show you how to make some money here with the UFC bets. Let me get it pulled up.
Great breakdown, brother. Nice picks. Great breakdown. Like, good to hear it.
I appreciate it. Let me.
All right, let's get into UFC. First of all, to start, I didn't get to find a lot of spots here because it's a bit of tough card to predict. Like it's a good card to predict, but there are chalky lines and it's not guaranteed picks. So I didn't like to go for those chalky picks. I liked one though, and that's my lock of the week. And my lock of the week is Karol Rosa against Penny Kianzad. The fight goes to distance at minus 400.
Wait, hang on. What fight is this? Dennis?
No, Penny Kianzad against Karol Rosa.
Okay.
Yes.
And all right.
To go the distance. Or you can do over 2.5.
Over 2.5. Okay.
So that one is my lock of the week. And I also like two other spots. Those are methods of victory, props. And I like the first one I like is Jonathan Diniz by knockout against Carl Williams. Jonathan Diniz is a glory kickboxer, former glory kickboxer, has fought against the best of the best. And he's facing a wrestler. And yeah, I just saw that the opponent Carl Williams is giving up too much time in the first few rounds on the feet, and I think if he does that against Diniz, then I think Diniz will knock him out, and that one is at plus 300 or around plus 300. Some bookies up a little bit over. And
they have it at plus on the money line. They have it at plus 170 here on DraftKings.
And the knockout is plus 300, so I like that knockout pro.
Okay.
One more, and that's my final one, and I like this one also. Is Danny Barlow by knockout against Nikolai Veterinukov.
Here we go.
Danny Barlow by knockout.
Minus 375.
Can you not do the methods of victory?
This is all they have. This is all DraftKings has is point spread, total rounds, money line. Unless, hang on. Oh wait. Okay, no. You're right. I only have it on this one fight. They only have.
Okay. All right. So yeah, if you don't have that, you can do money line, but I don't like the money line odds that much.
As much.
Yeah, I don't like the money line odds that much. So I think he will get the KO at like 70% or something, and it's plus money. It's plus 125. And yeah, I like it actually. And I think his money line should catch at around 80% or 75, 80%. But then you could also take a shot at the dog money. But yeah, I like that Danny Barlow knockout actually. I like the value of it.
All right. I want to go back to this.
So I didn't have too much this week, but I wanted to keep it short and simple. So if we hit one of the dog methods, dog props, then we will already be up.
So your lock here is Rosa at minus 520, correct? That's the one you want. That's your lock.
Over, yeah. You can't do fight goes to distance, but fight goes to distance is at around minus 400.
Let me see if they have a prop for that. Hang on. Finish on the decision only. Target total rounds. See, I don't know about betting on UFC.
It's all right though. We'll figure it out. But those are the picks I like this week. Yeah, I have some confidence in it that at least one hits. I think that two can hit two. At a good day, they should for sure hit. And let's see how it goes.
All right, so let's calculate that parlay. So that was, what was it? It was minus. What was your minus 500?
Minus 500, something like that. Yeah.
Minus 500.
I wanted to come up with two locks, but if I had to pick another one like this one, I should say the one I gave you is like 95%, maybe even more chances. But If I had to find another one, it would be around 80 to 90% maybe, and I wouldn't be ready to call that one a lock, you know?
Nino says to click winning method. Hang on, Nino. I click winning method. Do they have that fight? Okay. All right, here we go. Are you like Rosa by?
No, I like fight goes to distance. In Rosa by decision, you can do too. I think Rosa wins the decision, but I like fight goes to distance.
I ain't got it. Am I missing something, Nino? I'm not seeing it here. Am I?
Medical victory you can do with the knockouts, with the knockout props.
If we go, see, because right now, look, let me show you my issue. This is called plus money bets, right? This is what's so frustrating about it when they change odds on me. I go to my parlay calculator, I put in our 3 fights. I'm at minus 118. So if you want to just put in another bet, another easy, is there something in there that you think is an easy win that we can just bring this down into plus money? Is there like one fight there? I can add something in boxing. If there's nothing else that you think is easy money, I can add another boxing bet. Like I'll just add.
There are a few fights I'm favoring the favorites, but that's really chalky. I wouldn't really risk it. Yeah.
Let me see something.
Maybe if you have one leg of minus 1,000 or something, that would be great.
Shoot.
Or you could easily take one of the girls' fights over 1.5 rounds. I think that one catches too.
Like the girls over Santos, 1.5?
Over 1.5 rounds. Yana Santos against Chelsea Chandler.
What are the odds on that?
Example. Over 1.5 rounds should be like, minus 800 or minus 1,000, something like this. I'm not really confident in this card, but I still found some spots that I like.
If we can get hang on one second. Let me see this. Hang on. The which women's fight?
Yana Santos against Chelsea Chandler over 1.5 rounds.
Over 2.5 is plus 240.
No, it's minus money, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the under. Over is minus 330.
Yeah, so over 1.5 rounds would be like minus 800, something like this.
I don't have that. I only have over 2.5. I mean, whatever book you're using gives you more options than DraftKings.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Are you comfortable with that over 2.5? Or are you only comfortable with over 1.5?
Well, I like the over 2.5 too, but the one girl could guess and then she could get finished in the later rounds. So,
all right. I don't want you to bet anything that you're not very confident is going to hit.
I would say the over 2.5 would cash at like 85% or something. You know.
Are you comfortable with that? Again, I don't want you to bet anything like that. You don't like. You're not super comfortable with.
If you have a better leg at around these odds, then go for it, I would say.
I can do this Gabriel Fundora, but if I do Gabriel Fundora, and I think this is the best we're going to do this week. I think, let me make sure. If I put Gabriel Fundora in at minus 1,600, it brings us to minus 104. We're not quite plus. Do you want to just go with that and say we're close enough that this week, the best we can do for you is minus 104 on a lock?
Yeah, let's do that. It's better than even money, and it's actually, we should do plus money, but sometimes we do big plus money as well. So we will catch up
last week we gave you big plus money and it hit.
Yeah.
So I just want to recap. Let's go back to the bets. The boxing bets are Gabriel Fundora on the money line minus 1,600, Virgil Ortiz minus 300, and Lindolfo Delgado at minus. Where did Lindolfo Delgado go? He's minus 650. Why can't I find him on this?
And you did over 2.5 rounds at Kianzad against Rosa, but if you would do fight goes to distance, that would be a plus money ticket.
Yeah. Do you want me to do? Well, they didn't have that prop on DraftKings,
Yeah, I
right?
know, but at some books they do have it.
Yeah. So look, if you're using some books, if you're using the books that have it, the fight go the distance to pick that. Otherwise, the over.
Yeah.
It's not quite as good. It's going to bring you to minus 104. That's the best we're going to be able to do for you this week. Let me go back to the UFC bet. So that's Vendora, Delgado, Virgil Ortiz, all on the money line. So I just put Virgil. I'm going to leave it. Like I know Virgil's going to get the stoppage, and that would make us plus money too. But I'm just going to leave him on the money line. He's going to get the stoppage.
Yeah. Let's do it. Sounds good. Sounds like a good parlay. I will play it.
Yeah. Now and then. Just to confirm again, the two bets that the bet, where is it? That you liked is Rosa
against Kianzad, fight goes the distance or over 2.5 rounds.
Over 2.5. Over 2.5 is minus 520. If you can get to go the distance, which I don't have here on DraftKings because DraftKings is slacking, it would put you in plus money. That's the best we're going to do this week. Look, I guarantee you every week we're going to make money. Are you going to make money on this lock?
Yeah,
depending on your book, depending on how they word it, it's going to be right around plus money. It's minus 104 in this book. It's going to be a little better on some other books, but that's the best we're going to be able to do for you guys this week.
Yeah.
Sounds what up, good, World of Wrestling? Neo says Barlow KO, Dinas money line, Rosa versus Kinsey distance, Virgil Ortiz money line, Delgado money line is plus 966 on DraftKings.
Yeah.
How do you feel about those bets right there? 1, 2, 3.
On a good day, it should hit. I mean, on a good day, it should hit for sure.
All right, so give me a percentage. Barlow KO. What is Barlow your? KO? Give me a percentage on that.
Barlow KO, I would say like 70%. Denise money line, I would say like 60% maybe. Rosa versus Kianza distance 95% maybe.
And I would say Virgil Ortiz money line is 95%.
They are good plus money. There are some underdog shots. Okay, like Barlow KO is plus 120 and Dini's money line is plus 170, plus 180.
And then on the boxing bets, I would say right here, Virgil Ortiz on the money line is 90%. And I would say Landolfo Delgado on the money line is 90% too. So everything we put here, we're putting at least 60% or better to hit. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And it pays plus 966, Nino?
Yeah, in my opinion, like some guys are favoring Carl Williams at like 70% and stuff like that. But I think Diniz has been training on his takedown defense and he only needs a few minutes to do the job, I think he will get the knockout at plus 325.
All right. And then, so I think we're safe here. Hey, Nino, what happens if you add Gabriela Fundora at minus 1,600? What happens to the odds on that one? Well, now you're going to be up over plus 1,000, or you're going to be about plus 1,000, which is huge. Yeah. That's 10-1, which is crazy. Because again, Fundora is going to be, if I said give me a percentage chance, I'd still put Fundora well over 80% chance of winning.
In the past few years, to be honest, I've been cashing a few tickets over the past 1,000. Like multiple tickets.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's not that nothing. Like everything on here is likely to happen. Like likely. So, I like this a lot. I think what you got there, Nino, is a winner from everything Volcan is telling me and from the boxing that I know.
Yeah, on a good day today. I also bet Barlow knockout, Diniz went knockout, and I parlayed them up also. So.
With Fundora, it goes to plus 1032. Either way, Nino, whatever one you want to do with or without Fundora. I know people don't like to always bet women's boxing because it is a bit unpredictable. But like this card, this Golden Boy card is so trash. Like in the undercard is so bad. There's such mismatches. Like you can't really miss with any of these. Like these. That's why the odds are so crazy. But let's get that bread, boys. Let's get the bread. I like the way that 79 Pros thinks. I don't know Barlow or Dennis though, so I won't bet more than like 5. Hey, look, if you bet $5 at plus 132, plus 1032, you're making $50 on that.
Yeah,
more.
It is.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, look, money is money. We lock in profit, right? The percentages are the same. If you bet 50 and you walk away with $52, you're going to be happy with that, right? Am I right? All right. That's it. Unless you guys have any questions. We hit it last week, Vulcan. Let's make this 2 in a row. Let's make a habit out of this. Let's hit
indeed,
these
indeed. You're right. We should.
parlays every week.
Yeah. Like
Unless
I think if this show keeps on going, we will make something in the long run. But yeah, it's just the consistency, and I'm doing my type study as well. I also do Dana White Contender Series bets, and that's
Okay.
on the next Tuesday. And I like 2 dogs there as well. So if you guys want, I can give those 2 dogs as well.
Do they have the odds up yet? Do they have them up now?
Yeah, they have the odds up. Yeah.
Let's go take a look, Vulcan. It's your time to shine, man. I'll give you the platform, 100%.
Yeah, I like. There are 2 6-0 fighters, 2 undefeated professional 6-0 fighters. But there is one guy.
This is Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dana's White Contender Series. Here we go. Here
In
it
the
is.
series, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have Antoine Ho at around plus 200. He's 23 years old. He's a little bit taller, and he has a very good striking. A good all-around fighter. He's also undefeated as an amateur, and he's fighting a 6-0 pro, who has lost twice as an amateur, and I went twice to a draw as amateur, and had 2 amateur wins. So I'm favoring Antoine Ho because of his striking. He has very good striking, and I think he can get the job done at plus 200. I like him. And one more guy, Mikhail Sazignani, at around plus 180 or plus 190.
Plus 190? You like the dog?
Yeah, I like those dogs, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, he likes 2 dogs.
And he's also a very good striker. He's fighting Bruno Lopez, who has fought in the Dana White Contender Series last year, and he got knocked out by Branson Ribeiro. And yeah, I think Mikhail can do the same. Mikhail has very good leg kicks and good boxing, very good takedown defense. And Bruno Lopez is trying to bring fights to the ground, but I think he will have no chance to bring this fight to the ground. And Mikhail will piece him up on the feet.
I want to look at one thing. If I parlayed those 2 bets of plus money bets, plus 190 and plus 210. That brings me, if I hit that parlay, it's at plus 800.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. I small bet them on a parlay, and I bet them on a single bet too. So if one of them wins, I'm up, and I think at least one of them can win. Let's see it.
I like the way you think. I don't know anything about that, but I like the way you think. If you like the 2 dogs, parlaying it and then doing a single bet on each makes a lot of sense, guys. All right, okay. Then $5 isn't that big of a risk. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, on a good day it would hit. Like, it's not throwing away money. On a good day it would for sure hit. Like, Diniz only needs a few minutes standing, in my opinion, and Barlow needs to touch him a few times, and then the knockouts will fall, in my opinion.
79 pros. I'm going to add over 6.5 for minus 415 for the Delgado fight to play it safe. I think Delgado got this in the bag. I just don't know how. Yeah, I think Delgado's definitely going to win. Delgado has really good power, but he's a little bit conservative with it until he has to let it go. I don't mind the over. I don't mind that at all. I like him better on the money line. I know for sure he's going to win. I just don't know if it's going to be by stoppage. But if you like the over, if you like over 6.5, that's not bad. That's not a bad bet. By the way, Nino, you could put Chandler in and take out Denise. A lot of people are behind Chandler. All right.
Vulcan, yeah, Denise, I'm the least confident in from the 3 bets I gave you for UFC, but it's the biggest plus money, so I like it as a plus money value bet.
All right. That's a parlay. Any last minute thoughts, comments, concerns, anything like that, Vulcan?
No, nothing. No. You think that parlay will hit from your side? I think
my side, yeah. I think my side is super safe. Super safe. So I feel good with that.
I will bet that minus 104 then, or maybe plus money if I do fight goes to distance, plus money probably. So plus money bet.
And if you guys want my lock of the week, join the Patreon. I just put the Patreon link there in the chat. Join the Patreon. It's $5 a month. You get the lock of the week. You get a whole bunch of gambling advice. I'll have updated prop bets on that. Like there's new props that came out on the Delgado fight that I'll advise you on. So you get all the best gambling information and the lock of the week always on the Patreon. Lock of the week is $5 a month. Join that. And Vulcan, we'll hit this and then we'll do this again next week.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, sure. It was a great one, brother.
Let me see what any chance Gary I can come on the show for boxing and UFC picks. Yeah, sure. Do you want to come on now, World? Is now a good time for you? Look here. One night, if you want to do it tonight, you can do it tonight. If you want to, I don't know. I always want to collaborate. Here's the
I like it too. We can do maybe with him. He can bring his logs or plays, and I can bring mine, and maybe we can do something like this. Just make it more chance to make some profit for the people, maybe.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, you seem like you know what you're talking about. So yeah, if you want to come on, the link is there, or just let me know if you want to do it another night. Let me know. We can definitely do that. I can have you guys both on if you want to come on with just me and you. You can do that, World. Let me know what's best for you. Next Thursday. All right. Yeah. Come on next Thursday.
Let's do next Thursday, the three of us. That sounds good.
All right. Yeah, I like that.
Same time, right? Same time, right?
Yeah, same time. So this is 7:00 my time.
Yeah. All right.
I think World of Wrestling, you're in Florida, right? So it's 8:00, 8:30 where he is. It's just 8:00.
It's 2 a.m. here where I live, but it's all right.
Where do you live? Denmark?
No, in Amsterdam, close to Amsterdam.
You live in Amsterdam. Okay.
Not in Amsterdam, but close to it.
Around
like
the area.
20 kilometers from it.
All right. Yeah, so we'll do this next week. And World of Wrestling, of course, you're welcome, Don. Either hit me up on the Patreon or just join, come early. I'll put the link in and you can hop on with us and we'll pregame real quick. All right.
Sounds good.
But I'm gonna wrap. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this up now. If you guys have any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, I'll read them. Otherwise than that, I'm gonna get going. From
good
Texas.
One, brother.
What was that?
It was a good one. Thank you.
Always. From Texas to the world, thank you, and God bless.
Let's cash.